Hello, everybody. This is Ryan Koki of the Seahawks Recap Show, and welcome to a Seahawks off-season video for January. And I'm here to talk about the head coaching process of the Seattle Seahawks and some of the information we know from that and how that is going. And then I'm going to talk about Shane Waldron leaving the Seahawks for the Bears OC job and giving my opinions on these matters. But if you like this video, please consider dropping a like and please consider subscribing if you really liked it so you don't miss out on any future content from this channel. To be honest, this is going to be a rambly kind of a video, and I'm just going to give you some of my opinions on this question right here. Who will be the new head coach of the Seattle Seahawks? So, names who are getting second interviews reported by Albert Breer, and this was a report he made 2 days ago now. So, Giants OC Mike Kirkofta, his interview was scheduled yesterday on January 24th, and today is Cowboys DC Dan Quinn's interview on the 25th. So this is recorded on the 25th. And the thing that I will say about John Schneider and this whole head coaching process is that he's being very thorough. And a lot of these names will change. So this video might be outdated with, some of the names you see on this list, but we should be able to see more names, and this coaching process should become more clear after the Super Bowl. I'm betting probably 1 week after the Super Bowl. But we've got Raiders DC Mike Graham on January 30th. He'll get his second interview. Rams DC Rasheed Morris, he will get his over the next 3 days, and Panthers DC Iro Evero over the next 3 days as well. Names to keep an eye on, according to the report, is Texans OC Bobby Slokic. He was part of the first batch of interview requests, however, was not mentioned in this report. So many people are speculating that is he out of the running? We just don't know. But we've also got Lions OC Ben Johnson. His second interview could be coming after the playoffs. And Ravens DC Mike McDonald. Seattle seems to have interest in him according to NFL circles, so stay tuned for that. In terms of this list on who I want to be a head coach, I can't name them by name because there's a lot of head coaching candidates out there right now. People didn't mention Mike Vrabel. There's not a formal request for him to be part of this mix, but a lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, I mean Seahawks fans, want to see Mike McDonald as part of Seattle's next head coach. And to be honest, he is a very intriguing prospect. He is a very intriguing guy to probably take over the head coaching job in Seattle. However, we just don't know if he wants to have interest. We have no idea if he even has interest in the Seahawks. That's just a rumor, but I thought I would address it. And people are also talking about Panthers DC Iro Evero. That I wouldn't mind. Bring in a young DC, I wouldn't mind at all. I know there's a lot of talk about Dan Quinn having connections to the Legion of Boom days when Pete Carroll was running that defense. But here's my problem with Dan Quinn. And it's not just because of recent events, it's also because of his Atlanta Falcons tenure when he was head coach. He had a head coaching gig already, and he goes into the Super Bowl, that 28-3 infamous Super Bowl in halftime, and he ends up losing that Super Bowl and ultimately losing his job because of that. And if we're going to bring in Dan Quinn, first of all, his recent results as the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys in the regular season, he was awesome. It was a top 5 defense. However, in the playoffs, he led up 34 points to a Packers team that was the 7th seed. So I'm not liking Dan Quinn as the new head coach. And if we were to hire Dan Quinn, I wouldn't understand as a fan that kind of decision making. because I want new, fresh ideas in this organization. And I don't think Dan Quinn will have those kind of fresh ideas. I want someone younger, and I want a defensive minded head coach that'll help this defense. I want somebody that'll bring in fresh ideas to the whole entire organization and bring in a new culture to the Seahawks, because this season is a major tipping point in the Seahawks right now. We fired Pete Carroll, who was there for almost a decade and a half, 14 years. That is a long time for someone to be head coach of a franchise. Now that we're making that change, and you can agree either if that's the right change or the wrong change to make, but now that we've made that change, now that we're looking for a new head coach, I want somebody, maybe a rookie in there at the head coaching gig. Do a D'Amico Ryan and try to find a D'Amico Ryan-esque guy. And for me, if it's not Mike McDonald, okay, then fine. Bring in a guy like Iro Evero, who the Panthers did not have a at all good season, but he actually did very well as the DC for the Panthers. So could he deserve a shot? Who knows? But we'll see about that decision, anyways. But for me, I just I don't know what I want. Like I don't know a name I want. Like Mike Vrabel is also an attractive candidate to me, but he has not gotten a request to be interviewed. But maybe he'll get one down the road. But at this point, I just want someone with fresh ideas. I want a culture change. I want someone with fresh ideas who can help us try and win, because that's exactly why we got rid of Pete Carroll, is because I think the whole scheme and the whole way we ran the offense, the whole way we ran the team was getting stale. And I think that's ultimately why you bring in somebody with a fresh new idea in the modern NFL. Let him bring in a modern NFL scheme to this team and see what happens. The final item I wanted to get on to for this list was Shane Waldron leaves for the Bears. Honestly, when I heard that Shane Waldron was leaving for the Bears, I felt indifferent about this choice. I wasn't really excited, and I wasn't really disappointed. After Pete was let go, I was expecting the whole coaching staff to change, and it was going to be replaced. That was inevitable. And I think Shane Waldron leaving is just literally bringing that to the forefront. I think that is literally how they were going to do this. For me, I think it was time for him to go. Honestly, though, this offense, in my opinion, was really disappointing, and it's one of the reasons why I think we didn't make the playoffs, because we had a top 10 offense last year, but we ended up being the 17th this year. So we took a major step back. And in my Seahawks game recap videos, which I would recommend going to watch, you'll probably hear some things where I'm getting mad. I got mad the entire season about this offense. I got extremely mad about this offense, and especially in the third down department. I like Shane Waldron's play calling in the sense that he makes good schemes. He's able to make formations that are very interesting and very innovative and creative. But in game management, running it on 2nd and 10 is not a great choice. And running and having a third down where you use bubble screens or screens in general to try and get the first down on 3rd and 8 is not great. So in that respect, his scheming was very creative. His formations were very creative, but his game management skills were what was lacking. And that's why I think a lot of fans really hated him. Seahawks fans really hated him, because I saw a lot of Seahawks fans going, "Oh my, thank the Lord that he was let go." And I'm just sitting there like, I knew this was going to happen. There's no way he's staying. But I think a lot of the Shane Waldron hate, especially, and I'm included in this, because I was really like, after the 49ers game, I was like, dude, you need to leave. And I really apologize for that, because I don't like seeing people get fired or let go or losing their jobs or having to go to different places because no the other team that they were with don't want them. But it's like, I hope that this new era will usher in a lot of help for the Seahawks team because, again, this is a turning point in Seahawks history. We have 23 free agents to sign this year. And I would highly recommend actually going back to my Seahawks 2023 2024 season review video to talk more about the cap situation and learn more about the cap situation and how our offense actually did. Because right here, that video will help you understand why I was so indifferent about Shane Waldron leaving. I wish him all the best with the Bears though. I really do. I think he's a really nice guy. I think he's a good person. I just don't think he was the right fit for Seattle anymore and I don't think, I think bringing in a new fresh air will really help us out in the long term. Anyways, that is my opinion on the head coaching candidates and my thoughts on the Shane Waldron firing. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow for my conference championship predictions. I hope you have a great day, and I will also see you on Sunday as I will be recapping those conference championship games. Hopefully, those videos will be out by Monday morning. Have a good day and go Hawks go.